Hello, I'm Catherine, and today I'm going to teach you about multiplying decimals. First, let's make a connection. You will often hear or use multiplying decimals in real life. For example, you will use it at discount. Before going to the rules of multiplying decimals, let's look at the visual learning. Below is a hundredth grid where each square represents 0.01 or 100th. The problem is 0.15 times 4. As you can see, there are 4 different colors in the grid, and each color contains 15 boxes. The 15 boxes represent 0.15, and the 4 colors represent the number 4. In other words, there are 4 15s, which is 15 times 4, and the product is 60. So there are 60 boxes that are colored in, which is the decimal of 0.6, and the answer will be 0.6. So now, let's look at the rules. The first rule that you have to follow is lining up the numbers. You have to line up the numbers vertically by their place values in order to start solving the problem. It is also the same rule as multiplying the whole numbers. Then, you can just multiply the numbers normally. The final step is to place the decimal in the right place. This is also an important step in those 3 rules. Place the decimal point in your final answer by adding the numbers of decimal places and the numbers multiplied. For example, 0.1 times 0.1 equals to 001. So let's count the decimal places. There's 1 decimal place in the first number and 1 decimal place in the second number. And the total decimal places is 2 decimal places. So you have to move 2 decimal places from your right hand side to the left, and the answer will be 0.01. So now, let's look at the problem. 0.5 times 0.5. First, line up those 2 0.5s by their place value. Then start doing the math. The answer that you solve will be 25. Then let's look at how many numbers are there after the decimal point. 1, 2. Yep, there are 2. So you have to move the decimal point 2 place values to the left. And the final answer will be 0.25. Let's solve another problem. 24.5 times 7 times 1.12. Take a look at this problem. There are 3 numbers, and it includes 2 decimals and 1 whole number. Therefore, you can separate to 2 steps. Multiply 24.5 with 7. Then use the product of those 2 numbers to multiply 1.12 to find the final answer. First, line up 24.5 and 7 vertically and line up by their place values. Then ignore the decimals and start solving the problem. And the answer will be 1715. And then, let's count the decimal places again. There's 1 decimal place in the first number and 0 decimal place in the second number. So you have to move 1 decimal place from your right hand side to the left. And the answer will be 171.5. And you can take 171.5 to multiply by 1.12. Then again, ignore the decimal and start solving the problem. The answer that you solve will be 192,080. So how many numbers are there? Let's count. There is 1 decimal place in the first number, and the second number has 2 decimal places. So the total decimal places is 3 decimal places. So the answer will be 192.080. But actually, you don't really need the 0 at the end, so you can just delete it. And the final answer will be 192.08. Here comes another problem. 276.74 times 1.28 times 6. This problem also has to separate to 2 parts. Line up 276.74 with 1.28 by their place values. And then Start solving the problem. The answer that you solve will be 3542272. And again, let's count the decimal places. There is 2 decimal places in the first number and 2 decimal places in the second number. And 2 plus 2 equals 4. So you have to move 4 decimal places from your right hand side to the left. And the answer will be 354.2272. Then take this number to multiply by 6. And the answer will be 21253632. And how many numbers are there after the decimal point again? There's 4 decimal places in the first number and 0 decimal place in the second number. Yep, so you have to move 4 decimal places from your right hand side to the left. And the answer will be 2125.3632. Thanks for watching. I hope you have learned something in this presentation. See you!